Alright guys, we are back. Got a chance to visit with my wife and talk to her a little. She's actually taking care of dinner like the kind person that she is. So, while I wait for dinner, I am going to go ahead and get after the rest of Barons. I don't know that we could finish Barons tonight, but we could probably get through it enough that we'd be like level 20. At the end of Barons, you actually kind of finish with Wailing Caverns. Ballpark. So that'll be good. Let's go ahead and jump in with that. Increasing my rep with everybody. Now, it takes 10 gold to start a guild, but I did start a work to game channel. So if any of you are on HEROD and you want to play in any other guild or anything with us, I did start a work to game channel. And let's go ahead and do this. I think I'm all good. Everything's cleared out. So we need Centaur bracers. Prowler claws, which are on the far side, I think, there. I don't know where all this stuff is. That's in Undercity, so we don't have the ability to go. We're not going to go that far yet. Travel to the Forgotten Pools, northwest. So let's go to the Forgotten Pools and see if we can maybe explore the waters of the Forgotten Pools. That's a huntress, not a prowler. We need prowlers. Alright, let's go ahead and... Daily dose of Asmongold. That's what it spun up for me. Okay, so we are jumping in. We have made it all the way to level 15, which is not a bad run. I mean, I'm obviously not making optimal time. I'm also obviously not playing literally 24/7. I didn't prep for this, and I am playing far from optimally. But let's go ahead and check in on the world race here on HEROD. So we have 4 people at level 30. If we jump to level 31, we have none. So level 30 is the current race. It's been back and forth on who it is. So there really hasn't been like a clear leader per se. Apparently I can only do it every so often. But Vexed has been up there pretty often out of the names, because if we drop down to 29, it's going to be more than 50 people. Oh, it's not. Oh, man, it has really thinned out. Flakes was up top earlier. It's also possible that maybe they're not showing up because they're in like an instance thing or something like that. I know there were some people kind of hanging out down near Razorfin Crawl. So it could be that there's more people around that level range. As they get into level range, that they are cranking away at dungeons. Sean, how are you today? You wanted to say thank you for all the 14 videos. You are welcome. Brian and I really appreciate the support. Speaking of which, I have been teaching Brian Classic. He is on a break offline right now. He is hanging out with his family, and he will be back in a bit. So I've left the stream name the same, but I don't know when his plan to kind of get back is. So we've explored this. Now fungal spores is the next thing. I don't know if that's something that I'm supposed to be kind of doing here. So let's go ahead and click on that. There's a mushroom that grows near the oasis. So we're looking for a mushroom. And I don't know where they spawn. I know people have been kind of running along here, so I assume they're spawning in these points. Things that have like 3 and 7 minute spawn timers, very easy to gather, unless you're on like week 1. Then they can be a little bit of a pain. So I've been skipping a lot of these quests. Unfortunately, that also means that I tend to get kind of off in level, so I have to go like manually grind things or double dip, so I have to go do a second zone of the same level range. But that's okay. I don't mind. So if I have to transfer to like Silver Pine Forest or something and cherry pick the non-hard-to-do quests over there as well to complement Barons, I can do that. I prefer to kind of stay all of Kalimdor, so if I level up a second character, I can lean into Eastern Kingdom and have a different experience. But I wouldn't have to. So we're checking all of these. If it's just near Oasis, I think down near the Wailing Caverns, that's going to be a bigger Oasis, so that's probably a better bet as far as like total number. Ah, it is indeed me, Andrew. Hello, hello. And Ginger Prime is Brian's private channel, so if you guys want to go subscribe to that, that is where you can find any post that Brian wants to put up that maybe doesn't fit into stuff we'd normally put on a work to game post. And there we go. So all these guys are dead. These over here were 17. That was pretty scary earlier. They were wrecking me pretty hard, but maybe now that we're 15, that'll be a little easier. This is a big event that takes place over and over and over. The nice thing about this event is, like, if we can not pull the whole world... Yeah, I gotta bail. The NPCs will actually help me. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I need feign death. My god. Oh. See, and that's been happening. Like, that area, it's just so deadly. Earlier, 3 spawned on top of me when I was standing right there. Like, I was just standing there and 3 spawned, and they turned and instant killed me. Like, right away. What realm are we on? We were playing on Herod on PvP. We are on Horde, if that's not something you can tell. All right. Herod is a long wait time. I was actually looking at taking a break to go to dinner with my wife, and she said, no, I already ordered pizza. I figured your queue times were too long and you wouldn't want to log out. Because actually the queue times are so long for Herod right now that if I were to log out for a dinner break, I would be done for the night. So since I would want to play after, she said, you know what, just eat. Let's just have pizza, and you can eat in your room. So she's handling it. Yeah, Brian's login is at 5 hours. So, like, Brian would have to stay up pretty late. I mean, it's worth leaving up because you never know. Like, there could be a mass disconnect in one of them, and then you get your chance. There could be a mass group of people kind of kicked out of the queue, and that'll move you up the list. There could be people who just give up, and you get their spot in the list. So, you know, definitely leave it up, but, you know, maybe plan on playing something else tonight. Let's see. So we're going to attack this guy that's... Oh, my pet is dead. Your pet is dead. I don't have the mana to do another one. I don't think I can get to that loot. I think that loot's just going to stay right there. Alright. We did get some water. So we'll drink some water here. The water's cheap. You must be standing to revive your pet. Show some respect. You don't do PvP servers? Yeah, I have a fair bit of friends that are on a PvE server because they did PvP for this last time, and they wanted to just kind of experience PvE and just be done with it. Brian never played WoW, so, like, I think PvP is kind of that iconic experience if you want to know what it's like to get ganked and all of that. It looks like somebody's going to let me grab my loot after all. Oh, 13 copper, delicious. So, yeah, these things, these little packs like that, one of them ambushed me and just wrecked my face. One of them's elite, and it just, like, instant kills me. Ideally, we would find something that doesn't have a tag already on it here. Like that. Okay, and the NPCs will help me, and at level 17 will melt. Hi there. How about you get hamstrung? Okay. And then when the event ends, we'll get another round. Nope, that one's going to have a tag already by the time my bullet gets there. Looks like the event's kind of coming to a close here, and then it'll reset, and we will get another big battle. So it's very much like a big reenactment here. This was one of my... This is one of the areas I remember distinctly in WoW as, like, being this really just incredible experience to play, just because I was it just felt so big, just that there was this, like, whole battle going on, whether, you know, that I could be a part of. And he just ran right up to me, didn't he? Get hamstrung. Oh no, he dazed me. He dazed me. Whoa. Okay. If we could get out of combat, we could feed the pet. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So let's just go ahead and pull again. Ouch. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No, 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 no. My god. If that guy were to swing at me, I'd be Dunskies. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I think, will not make it to cap. I think a lot of people didn't make it to cap back then. I mean, they could play an enormous number of hours and not make it. Oh, don't die, Chabobo. I got you. Let's do a heal on the pet here. Oh, God. Oh, nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, come on. My gosh. This area has killed me like 10 times. I thought by coming back 2 levels higher that I would be fine, but like I'm still just so flimsy. I don't have Feign Death. I don't have... my pet doesn't have Taunt, so like I have to be careful with my DPS because I can pull off my pet. Oh. You spent 45 minutes trying to complete one quest. Yeah, I mean, one of the things is you have to know what all your alternatives are. So you have to know, A, how do I stealth Hearth? And then once I stealth Hearth, what are my other options? What else can I be doing right now? So like, for example, in my quest log, I'm at 9 of 20. That means I have 11 spaces for more quests. So even at this level range, I could easily go switch to the alternative, the Eastern Barrens, which if we go over to the east, if we go to Eastern Kingdoms, after Terrisfall Grades, you go into Silverpine Forest. After Silverpine Forest, you go into Hillsbrad. So, like, depending on where you're at in the Barrens, you're probably in one of those two. And you can go pick up the quest hub and just start questing there. And the person that wants to camp your body can just camp your body. And it was the same in Mists. Like, there was less options because the continent was obviously smaller than 2 continents. But there were other options. You could also have taken that time to go grind dailies, or you could take that time to go grind pets. There was a ton of pet battles in Mists. So there was other options you could queue for PvP. You know, you can definitely... There's a ton of alternative things there. You could start queuing for dungeons, because at that point you could queue for dungeons remotely. So there were definitely other options. Let's see. Did my pet die? No. But my pet is not happy with me. Why don't you have another chunk of boar meat? Don't you worry about me. We're going to get a tag on both of these. And we're going to try to keep it where my back is not to where things spawn. Oh my gosh. Oh, crap, 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 crap. Oh my gosh! What the heck? Do I think Blizzard will add more servers? I mean, they've already added some. They're not going to add a ton. So, like, Ian Hanakostas has already said, like, they expect huge attrition in the weeks to come. So, like, you don't build a parking lot for Black Friday, right? Because then the rest of the year you have this ridiculous parking lot to deal with. And, when people drive in, they have to drive across this big parking lot. That's bigger distances between stores. If every store had a Black Friday-sized parking lot, the city would take 40 minutes longer to drive across because there'd be no density. And so you know, he said, like, we expect a lot of people to fall off. And so on that note, that means, like, they have to think about where they think the servers will be in 2 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year, not this week. So having queues this week is not a bad thing. This is an incredibly high demand thing. Now, is the demand higher than expected? Yes. They said at the peak of the Burning Crusade, they believed that average queue times on high-pop servers were around 7,000 or 8,000 people, and they did not see this exceeding that. We have servers like HEROD that have hit as high as 20,000. The server cap stops counting people at 30,000. He said it's some high number like 30,000 that it'll never hit. It has cleared 20,000. It has been close to getting to that point where you're just going to see it say 30,000 because it doesn't know how to display. The number you see doesn't count any higher. So obviously demand is well above what they could have expected. From everything I've seen documented, it looks like they had a set of servers set to go live on day one, so they would kind of backfill. You know, like when you go to like a fair or a big sporting event, the parking guys fill one parking lot and then they fill future parking lots. So it seems like during character creation and all that prep work, they wanted you to be able to kind of fill those first parking lots. And then the idea was they would have these other parking lots that would open up on day one. Those actually got opened early during character creation because you got to the point where people couldn't even create characters. It was so full. So, you know, that's the difference. Now with the remake, like, are they throwing in like a dessert or a Pepsi or something? Because like if your pizza takes as long as mine, it takes like a half hour to wait for pizza, and the pizza place is like a mile away. So if they miss my pizza, now I'm gonna have to wait another half hour for a pizza. I would be pretty hungry. Must be nice getting in. Yeah, I mean Brian isn't. Brian hasn't gotten in. But I have. I've been lucky. Uh, I've also been able to kind of maintain like being at my computer to make sure that it's always in queue and things like that. And then the other thing is I don't log out. So like I plan on playing pretty constantly because like I would love to take a break right now. I mean I'm having fun, but it would be nice to go like stretch for like an hour. But if I stretch for an hour, I won't be able to come back all night because right now my server's at like a 6 or 8 hour queue or something. So, you know, if I log off for an hour at 9 o'clock and I want to log back on, I could log back on at 5 in the morning. And I don't want to play at 5 in the morning. So, like, I'm better off just playing now until I'm tired. I was waiting for these centaurs to drop. So I need 5 more centaur bracers. And then we can be kind of done with this section of this quest. There are other sections. I remember it being a chain way back, but I could be wrong. Am I gonna tame the white lion? People have been camping the crap out of Ekiak, so it might be worth coming back and doing later. I think right now, you're probably wasting your effort, and it's possible that people also kind of just help like burn it down, which that's not helpful. All right, here we go, dude. Seriously, come here. Alright. Yeah, you're locked on PvP, Horror Alliance. So, like, I don't even think I can create an Alliance character on this server, at least in Classic. I don't feel like you could. So I don't feel like you could play both sides with one account. I'm not sure. Sounds like somebody's hopping in Discord with me. And then, you also, like, when you do server transfers, you could transfer, when those get enabled, you could transfer PvP to PvE. You couldn't go the other way. So you couldn't, like, just level up in PvE, where it's easier to level, and then hop over to PvP. It's kind of that more like hardcore experience. So, all right, the only way to be capped on a PvP server is to level on a PvP server, which I don't. That's not something I disagree with. All right. Oh, you wanna stay there? You can stay there. Yeah, you're good. Woohoo! So the PvP experience is the more like if you're coming from 14 and you want like as different of an experience as possible, you want to experience all the things that made WoW different than Final Fantasy, especially like Final Fantasy XI versus this. World PvP is one of those big things, and like the frustration with getting ganked and the joy of being the one that like they attack you and you turn it around and you beat them. Those moments only happen on PvP servers. But I do think there's plenty of joy to be had on RP servers and PvE servers. I hear this time there's even PvP RP servers, which I don't remember those being there before, but maybe that's just in my head that those weren't there. Opens a Kolkar booty chest. Well, where do I find booty? I'm going to guess that's down in these other areas where there's more Kolkar camps. Unless those are different tribes of Centaur. I think it's all Kolkar. But I could be wrong. Been wrong before. Ever happened to you? Happened to me. So. I think there's a lot of frustration from people that can't get in, but I think everybody's getting in is having a really good time. I'm on a forum with some friends that played back in the day, and we're in a little, chat and stuff, and everybody's like, yeah, I thought I would have fun. I'm having more fun than I thought I would. Like, even compared to what I thought I would have, this is just absolutely wonderful. I need bracers. Alright, here we go. The event's going. Looks like things are moderately under control. But I've said that before. Alright, we got one. Beautiful. Oh, got another one. Go, 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 go. Oh, thank you, thank you. Get on my guy. That's how I died before, so I started getting attacked from behind by a spawn. Well, good for you, Chibobo. They're not allowed to level until after I level, so they need less experience per level, but they start gaining experience after I after I hit a level, so always good to have a pet that's the same level. I don't think there's like a pet tree, but maybe there is. I don't remember. I don't remember how all that works. It's been a while. It has been a long minute. Oh, my belt is breaking again. I feel like it was what broke first last time. It must take a lot of hits to the belt. Is there stuff to back into here? No. Okay. Get out of my face. Drop your bracers, man. I can see them on you. You're wearing bracers. Alright. Let's see. Oh, 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 oh. Now you want to be careful on that side. That side has the big bad boys that are going to just wreck your face here. Oh, Centaur bracers. I'll let the orcs do a lot of the work here. Okay. You can help out. I don't mind. Letting my pet do some damage. Oh, disappeared. Event is over. So when the event respawns, we'll have more. That's 12 of 15 Centaur bracers. I don't know how far south these guys spawn. I also need Prowler Claws, which I think spawn on the far side of this event. So I think we can cross on over. You're on benediction because all the servers are full. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're all full. Herod's particularly a little nuts. It tends to stay a little higher pop than most, but who knows what it'll be in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, everybody could have shifted to, so we'll see. Right now, people are just playing where they're playing. Okay. I'm not leveling at max speed, though, because, like, you have to wait on things to spawn and all that. So, like, it's not... I bet my second character through levels faster, even if I don't help them out at all. Like, even if I don't toss them money or any of the things that you have available to you. Well, this guy's only level 12. Get out of my face, Wrangler. I'll go send my pet over there. Cool. So these stormers, they can cast these lovely little lightning storms over you. And that's its own issue. Come see if we can get some loot from this. Hey. Punch. Nope. There's the lightning storms. Just don't stand in those. Now, it's possible that maybe get what gives them taunts. Damage done by pet, outdoor movement speed. I don't know. It keeps doing that. It just did it again. Is that is that loyalty leveling? Is that what that is? That could be loyalty leveling. I don't know where to track that. I don't know if there's... Lets the hunter train his pet with various abilities he has learned. Oh, nice. Okay, so I have 75 points left on this, so I can give my pet rank 1 growl, which is free, and rank 2 growl, and then great stamina. I don't need cower. Okay. Cool. So now my pet has growl. So now my pet can tank. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, man. Beast training. Beast training. I need to write that down. Hunter. Beast training. Pet at 10. Okay. Making notes of anything that like just doesn't immediately click, or anything that like you guys ask in chat, or anything that Brian asks. Because what may seem obvious if you've played this game for a decade or more, or you played this back then, or anything like that, or you played a lot of MMOs, isn't always obvious to everybody. So I'd like to make some guides and things like that. Oh man, I forgot you had to do that. Oh. All right. So, we are looking for prowlers. I could have swore they were up here. But I didn't read the quest. I just am pulling from my memory here. So, prowlers. Prowlers. Well, look at me. You'd think I'd done this before. Like a boss. Alright, looking for prowlers. Where you at, Prowler? Prowler, 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 Prowler. And we're not yet into the ones that are cloaked, right? First time you come across cloaked clats is like tigers in Stranglethorn, maybe? I don't think they're cloaked. Understand. I'm not ready for Stone Town Mountains. Let's chill out. I think that's low 30s, maybe? There's a bunch of dead ones. Unfortunately, I don't get credit for the dead ones. I'm supposed to take their claws. Hopefully they have claws. Some of these drop rates would make you think that these are all clawless cats. Man, there's a lot of dead prowlers. The dry hills. Oh no. There's a mini pet up here that drops, I mean not in later expansions, that I never got on retail. Super rare. Hey guys. What you guys doing? You guys looking for prowlers? Maybe they're looking for prowlers. Let's see here. So, jump through hoops here. So many Chuck Norris jokes in chat here. That's how you know you're in Barrens. I got nothing. Where is the prowlers? Is this the only place they spawn? Let's see. You'll find them among the tall grasses. You'll find many to the southwest of Crossroads. Southwest. I'm northwest. Okay, we can try heading south. We'll make one more pass up here and then we'll try heading south. We could look for fungal spores in that Wailing Caverns area, too. That would be okay. That is something I could manage. I'm in the tall grasses. Okay, I got nothing. So we'll start working our way south. If they're going to take this long to respawn, my goodness. Oh, hello. 17! These people are all ahead of me. That's what I get for taking breaks and doing things other than playing at an optimal level constantly. I got nothing. Oh, 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 Prowler, 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 Prowler. Alright, if we kill this one fast enough... Oh, he pulled it. Okay, so I'm going to go pull this one. And maybe regret this. Okay, so we'll hamstring that. Use this to double pull. That way, in case somebody else comes along, I at least get 2 of the tags. Dude, my pet is crushing it. I mean, it's also dying, but, you know, details. Details, details. Oh, you pulled a second one. You pulled a hyena. Oh, you boss, you. You were already taking on your second monster. Well, I'm gonna bail on that. Hamstring.
Hey, what's up?
Whoa! Run, 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 run. I'm in combat here. Ideally, he gives up soon. That's right. You better run away. Oh, that was close. Somebody say hello?
So how many times have you died so far?
Oh, who knows, man? I don't think it keeps track. I think StatsPain was at it later. A lot. A lot of deaths. So many deaths.
So what level do you get?
I'm level 15.
And what are you trying to fight right now?
Prowlers. Big old lions.
And just shoot them with a ball of yarn, they'll be fine.
I am attacking them with my own little tiger here. I've got Chibobo. Oh, we can do it again. Oh no, there's the hyena. I see you stalking in those bushes. Alright. That should be enough to get that off me. Feel free to taunt whenever you're ready. No? Don't want to taunt? Okay. Woo! And we survive. Chibobo and I are victorious against the hyena and the prowler. With claws again. My goodness. What good luck that all these tigers have claws. You never know. Can't tell these days. Okay, we'll let him establish threat, and off we'll go. 17,000 Q on Herod. Oh my gosh, Lumen. That is crazy. 17,000 is so many. My fan for my 14 days. How long did it take to get to 15? A lot. A lot. A long time. Probably 10 or more hours. So I haven't been efficient, and there's been a lot of times that like I go into an area and there's nothing to kill. 19. So, a lot. It's more than an hour per level right now because it just takes that long to like get in. Like I ran around this area. I did 3 laps around this area before there was any tigers to kill. And so you're just wasting time waiting on stuff to spawn. I've gotten really lucky right now that the like 6 people that were camping this area with me all gave up. I'm gonna scare this beast. I'm getting really lucky on the drop rate here too. So they're back, and so they just killed the last 2. And so now, like, but I got to kill a lot. Like, I got 5 of my 7, but I just got lucky there. That has not been the case. Yeah, I've been feeding them a little bit at a time. I'm starting to run out of food here. So I'm gonna have to go back soon. It just died, and so every time it dies, it ticks that happiness down pretty hard. So it's anywhere these tall grasses are seems to be the case, but I don't really want to pull raptors or hyenas, so I try not to stray too far. Look at that giant. Oh, I see one. Oh, here's one. Here's one closer. I need 2 more. So let's go ahead and tag this, and that should set me. Go ahead and fight the one that's on my prowler, on my pet here. Use that on cooldown. Hamstring. And down you go. Prowler claws. Oh. I overdid it. I thought I was at 5 of 7. I was at... Look at that. And these all spawned too. Well, that got real easy. Great. I must be far enough behind the curve now. There must be enough people that have out-leveled me. That it's thinning out. Damage is indeed tied to happiness. So it's 125% when they're happy. 100% when they're... And then 75% when they're red. They also will run away if you leave them unhappy for too long. So, I need 3 more sets of Centaur Bracers, which the drop rate on those has been less than impressive. And the Centaurs have killed me multiple times, because what will happen is like 2 or 3 will spawn on top of me. They'll just spawn all at once, and I'll get wrecked. Oh, come on, man. Is there a Kolkar booty in here? No. Let's see if we can find a couple that don't have tags already. I thought I had the tag on that one. What will I be taking advantage of? Well, so my first time through, I didn't understand the importance of like picking up multiple quests at a time and clearing that. So like my first time through WoW, I didn't even know how to play MMOs. So like a lot of the knowledge that I had would just be useful just from if you played MMOs. There's also just a lot of questions. So like Brian was asking like, how do I know what gear to equip and things like that? And then I know what order the zones play in. So for example, like Durotar got really bad last night. Like I got to where I couldn't get kills on anything. And I knew that Mulgore was the same level range. So I just picked up and moved over to Mulgore. And like, yeah, there's a little bit of wasted time for running there, but then I was immediately back on to doing quests successfully. So when there's quests that like killing Kreenig Snarlsnout, the only reason I haven't dropped this quest yet is because I don't want to be tempted to pick it up when I run into town. Like, oh, there's a exclamation point. My intention is to never do Disruption Ends because Kreenig Snarlsnout has like 9 million people trying to get the tag on it, And so the odds of me getting the tag, so I'll just, that quest chain, the rest, however many more steps there are to that quest chain, I'll just skip all of it. And if I run out of quests in the Barrens, and for some reason, like, I'm capped on level, then I know that I can go over to Eastern Kingdoms, and I can do the exact same level ranges there. And the higher level you get, the more reasonable that gets, because the zones get to be more neutral, where they're not just, like, Horde or Alliance zones. You get into zones that have both, and so it actually gets easier and easier to remember which zones are which. So I would say that, as somebody who played then, like, using the entire world in a high pop server situation can help you kind of leverage maybe where the crowd feels that they have to play, when that's just not the case. We're making our way south right now, because these fungal spores say they form around Oasis. And of course, they drove you up here for these quests, but there's more Oasis down here. So we're going to go see if they'll spawn along the Wailing Caverns Oasis for us. And see if we can kind of pick up these 4 fungal spores, because that top area is where the other quest that you pick up at the same time, these Forgotten Pools, is. So all these people are camping the crap out of those spawns. So we'll come see if we can pick up 4 fungal spores, and if we can't, we'll just drop the quest. And I'll just move on. Like, it's not worth spending an hour to finish one quest and get a couple hundred experience. I could just sit there and kill things, if that were the case. So we're looking for mushrooms. There should also be Centaur here, which is wonderful, because that's a chance to get bracers. But I assume there's other people that have the same idea. There's plenty of people who played before that are playing right now. I'm not totally unique in my fact that I played, one of the most popular MMOs of all time before. I did get a pet. Yeah, it's made it a lot easier. Yeah, the problem is, Tipsy, that, like, nobody's logging off. So, like, if the server's at capacity, it's not, you have to wait for people to log off. I don't really want to take that on. I'll take on these coal cars, though. Coal car. I did do a RFC run earlier. It was less than smooth, but it was fun. So they should spawn somewhere along these trees based on what people were camping before. They were all standing at these set points, not moving. So I wasn't even getting to see the mushrooms, because as soon as they were spawning, they were grabbing them. So people seem to have that pretty on lock. Silver leaf. Are these angry? Yeah, they are angry. Okay. I like the level 12s. They're a whole lot easier than those level 17. Is the old skill system? Yes. Yeah, so I'm leveling weapon skill, for example. So I have all my old weapon skills, like axes, first aid, marksmanship, beast mastery. My bows are at 80 of 80. Yeah. It's all here. They didn't change anything. It's an exact recreation to the best of their abilities. All the good and all the bad. I'm going to go ahead and toss a heal. I may have to put points in Min Pet if that's going to be a thing. I don't remember what spec was good in Vanilla. I didn't play Hunter in Vanilla. I played Hunter in TBC. I played Druid in Vanilla. So I'm going to have to kind of learn a fair bit about how that worked. It should come fairly natural, since I obviously had to kind of pick up where Vanilla left off to play Hunter in TBC. But it's been a while since the Burning Crusade, so even some of that knowledge is bound to have slipped. Centaur bracers. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, is that a new cloak? 12? 11. Oh, it's purple now. How nice. Change my red cloak to a purple cloak. Now, I got a Kolkar booty key. Well, he's got a tiger. Look at you. Named Cat. Winter Sabers, I think, are one of my favorite. Winter Sabers and Night Sabers are two of my favorite cat models in the game. So when I can do that, that's a plan. You need more food, buddy. Why don't you eat this tough jerky? Yeah, it says opens Kolkar booty chest. The Kolkar booty chest. Oh, that's like on a little platform, isn't it? Where is that platform? Oh, I don't remember. That may be further north. Okay. I didn't realize it said the. That's a good reminder. That's something I never should have gotten rid of in the first place. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an iconic system. When the game gets easier, people cheer. They're like, oh, that's going to be so nice. But then you keep doing that for 15 years and people get bored. The difficulty and the pain in the butt stuff and the hard difficulty of finding groups and how grindy it was and how hard it was to like hit exalted reps and stuff, that's what made it all worth it. So removing all that, you know, while it felt good at the time, now we've been, you know, drinking soda and eating candy 3 meals a day for 15 years and we're like, man, my stomach doesn't feel good. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, it was definitely good at the time. I like candy and soda as much as the next guy. But that instant gratification wears off. So it'll be interesting to see if people are really ready to go back to this much of like a dull. I mean, this is very much like green beans compared to the current candy. So it'll be interesting to see if people like this or if it's just a little too far of a stretch. A little too bitter to the taste. Myself included. I mean, it's fun right now, but it's also new. And, you know, it came out yesterday. You'll be playing 14. Well, I mean, Tuesday's not a bad night to play 14. You can knock out your Eden clears. Ooh, here you go. I know everybody would rather be on... I know a fair number of people would rather be on WoW, but having 14 as a backup is not a bad place to be. So, go knock out your weeklies. Get some Fanta. I think this week's week 7, right? So if you've done your Eden every week, you should be able to get your weapon upgrade. Yeah. I think Brian's going to be on in a bit, running some 14, maybe doing some maps or something like that. If he can't get in. He's been in queue for a long time, so if he can't get in, he will play 14 tonight. If he can get in, my plan is to teach him WoW, so I've been writing down his questions as I go. I don't really want to pull the snappers. I don't see any mushrooms, so I don't know if they can spawn here. I don't know if they're just that hard to find. Somebody in chat earlier was saying they're on like a 7-minute timer. So it may just not be designed for this many people. But I got all my bracers, so we came down here for at least that. Fungal spores. Grows near oasis. I mean, there's one more set of oasis over here. So we can go try our luck with those. And then it'll be time to go back. Disruption ends. Oh, Kolkar leaders, where are you? Bring me the head of Barak Kodobane. He camps near the Forgotten Pools to the north. I bet there's about a 0% chance I can get the tag on him. But we can go try. Brian for President 2020. A little late to get into that. Thank you for subscribing, SpongeBob. Thank you for subscribing, Brett. Welcome to the workforce. And thanks to all the followers over on Mixer. We've been trying to get to 1,000 so we can apply for partner over there. And we've had a big surge this week, so we're all the way up to 280. So making a big dent there. We really appreciate it. As people who don't necessarily like stream a whole lot or consistently, we know that it's hard to kind of build that, and we appreciate all the help you guys have given. The spores might be further south. Okay. I can try again later. I have to go back down there as part of the Centaur quest, so we'll work our way and try to get this head, and then we'll come back and turn those in. I mean, it'd be nice to be level 16. Level 16 would obviously be all the better. How am I doing on ammo? Pretty good still. Moving to the 8-slot bag is a big difference. That extra 400 slots really feels a lot safer. And the fact that somebody's selling those for like under 50 copper, that's just a bonus. Which is good, because money's tight. My skills are 12 silver a piece now, and I haven't bought them all, so like, I literally couldn't afford my last. It's just been, it's been hard. Did I do Rage Fire Chasm? I did. I did my Rage Fire Chasm run. That's what took me from 14 to 15. I actually have one quest complete that I haven't turned in for that. Right here, that requires that I jump over to Undercity. So I should go do that. I just haven't. And then I have this gets turned in, I think, back at the entrance to the zone. So like really, this gets turned in over here. Okay, that's either where he spawns or that's where the chest is. That big elevated platform. I remember now. I'm gonna assume this is where he spawns with all the people. And the corpse of Barak. Not too many people here. Starting to pile up a little. These things have been on like 7 or 8 minute timers, all these bosses in this zone, so they're worth doing. I'll sit on them once or twice and then I kind of just move on. I drop the quest. It's not worth spending an hour sitting here trying to camp for one quest. They just don't give that good of experience. Brian is level 5, and he's taking a break, and he's playing with his kids right now. And I am level 15. And he had a lot of questions, but he was having a lot of fun. So, but because he logged off, he's back in queue, so that's why he's hanging out with the kids. So his queue is forever long. So he's just in queue. So he'll be back in chat in a bit. And he'll maybe play some 14 while he waits to log in. But he's trying to get in. It's just, once you log out, you're kind of committed. Why are we getting hit? Is this an event that triggers all this, or? Ouch. That could kill me. Oh my god. Committed in the game. You just think Ocarina of Time was World of Warcraft of the 90s? I mean, Ocarina of Time was a good game. Wasn't it multiplayer? Group's getting bigger. Oh! Nothing. 7 minutes? Oh. 10 minutes. My god. I don't really want to wait. Am I ready for raids? No. Right now, let's just focus on getting to cap before we talk about anything crazy. The Kulka booty chest. What's in the Kulka booty chest? Dagger of Strength. Neat. So it'll spawn at 43. It's so hard to want to pass on this because in the Barrens, like, the quest chains are so long. But 10 minutes is a long time to stay near. Especially because if they're wrong, like, it could be, 7 minutes, something like that. I don't know, guys. I think it's worth skipping. Alright. So, let's go skip Kolkar Leaders, Abandoned Quest, Disruption Ends, Abandoned Quest. I can't do it. We'll make another pass at this pond for fungal spores, and then we will move on to the Far Watch Post to turn that quest in. The 10-minute spawn times are just very real. Okay. And as a hunter, you don't have that, like, instant earth shock. That ground pound. That's a great way to pull in situations like that. Freaking shamans. Looking for a mushroom. Almost done a whole lap here. Yeah, there's always somebody sitting right there. Not too many people camping it right now. Like I said, I think I'm behind the curve because the area's starting to thin out a little. There's not like 60 million people sitting at a quest giver. It's also possible people are getting fed up with this and they're going and sitting in dungeons. It's not a bad way to go. Alright, that's a whole lap. Off we go. 17,000 people in the queue now. That is absurd, guys. We're not going to be able to equip this dagger, so we'll disenchant this. Ooh. Something worth holding on to. Something worth holding on to. Scroll of protection. I might as well just use it. Quest items. Something crafting material. And this is all trash. I don't know what level the next ammo is. I assume it's a while. So we'll just keep kind of moving along here. Hopefully Brian can kind of come back soon. It's a little lonely without him. All right. So how many of you guys plan on playing? If you're not already like waiting in queue or playing on another server, I assume most of you aren't on HEROD because it feels like nobody seems to be able to log into HEROD. And then, so they do layer. Layering is in effect. Layering doesn't allow an unlimited number of players. Thank you, Draco, for the corgi. The cool corgi. Man, this takes so long. Running everywhere is just painful. I think those fungal spores, like, I don't know. I'll keep checking on them, I guess. Like when I go to finish the zone, if they're not done, I'll just drop it. I mean, the downside of skipping so many quests is that you're leaving a lot of experience on the table. And so then the question is, like, how are you making that up? So you've either got to go kill extra stuff or run extra dungeons. Which I could go sit in RFC over and over and over and over. With a good group, you can get good clears, but like my group, it's a 5-man, and we had one person take off for a bathroom break, one person just AFK out and leave, and one person DC, and we had to wait for them to come back. So like, when 3 out of 5 people have an issue, it makes the run take a really long time. Those MTBFA servers. I mean, I think it's just that many people. Like, it's just that many. Oh. All right. I think this is where this goes, if I remember correctly. Report back to Tonga Rune Totem. In Crossroads, west of Crossroads, at Crossroads, in the Crossroads. I could have swore I had a quest to turn in out here, but maybe I don't. That's going to be a bummer. Okay. Oh, there it is. Good. Okay, I thought it was crazy. Yeah, the Demon Seed. Okay. 1,250 experience, which is something. Better than a poke in the eye. That is worse than what I have. So we will disenchant it. Get some strange dust. Put that in our keep bag. And move on. Now we need to go to Crossroads and then turn in these quests, and then it looks like they're going to start pushing us south, Stolen Silver south. So that'll get us down to the last set of pools. So there's 3 sets of pools. There's 1, 2, 3. And then we start to talk about like getting down into like the big lightning lizards and getting down into RFK. And RFD. Just curious, what's the appeal? What quality of life things did they keep in Classic? So there is no quality of life that was not here on day 1. Like, there is no calendar to tell when the next Darkmoon Fair is. There is no group finder. You do have the ability in your friends to, like, see this, because that's a Battle.net feature, so it is still done through the Battle.net launcher. But other than that, this is straight up Classic. You can turn your graphics settings up, so, like, I'm on Classic right now. But we can go ahead and up this, and it'll up the density to probably what computers at the time could handle. So there's more grass now. But that's about it. I mean, everything else is here. You've still got to grind all your weapon skills. It still takes forever to run everywhere. Money is still tight. Experience is still a pain in the butt to come by. The tagging system still sucks, where like only one person can get the quest tag, so everybody's standing around in groups trying to fight for it, but there's 50 people trying to get the same kill. So, and the mob spawns once every 8 minutes, so you could take an hour. So it's just the old school WoW. I think the appeal is the sense of community. I think it's new. I think it's fun. I think there's a nostalgia trip for people who enjoyed it then. And I think there's people like Brian that were always interested and, know a lot about RPGs and MMOs and never played it. And now it's become this thing that comes up in conversation. I remember when I did this. And they get kind of left out of those conversations. So this is a chance to kind of go back and try that for the first time. And experience it relatively authentically. So I'm having fun. It's very relaxing. The world is really engaging. It's shockingly rewarding for how simple the game is. Even just getting to Crossroads has this sense of accomplishment, because this is the fastest way there. Like I wasn't coming from somewhere with a flight path. So I can use my 1-hour Hearthstone, or I can run. So it's the appeal like any other MMO. It's a sense of achievement, a sense of adventure. There isn't the instant gratification and all the shiny things, but there's the chance to be somebody who has something that was hard to get. All right, we're gonna run back to this side, repair, and get some ammo first. The week-long Alterac Valley PvP matches. I can't wait for that. The World PvP I'm really looking forward to. South Shore, Terran Mill, Stranglethorn Vale, attacking on capital cities. Cannot wait. Looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. Sharp arrow. We'll go ahead and buy one of those. Alright. And then come turn some quests in. I don't know if any of them are here. Oh, I need to go to the butcher and buy some mailbox here, right? Ah, out front. Let's go talk to the butcher first. We need to buy some meat for Chiokido to eat. Chiokido's been struggling. Chibobo, excuse me. I don't know that it matters. We'll do the cheap stuff here. Alright. I can move up as we go, but that'll do for now. Yeah, I mean, the PvP will come back, but it's coming back in the same order. So it wasn't here on launch so it won't be on here on now. So, like, AB and Warsong Valley and AV and all that, like AV, WSG, those were all added later. I don't think Arena was in Classic, so there won't be Arena. So you can go back and look when everything was added. And that's what we're living through again. Okay. So, got some new quests. Ekiaki is going to be impossible, so let's abandon that. The Stagnant Oasis. Take this to the Oasis to the southeast. Good. That's where I'm headed anyway. The final Oasis. Onward. Onward and upward. Let's go ahead and check in on the world first race. So there are... Oh, there's a 5-man in the Scarlet Monastery now. 2, 6 level 30s. Nobody's 31. How cool. The world first race is real. Oh, man. I love Scarlet Monastery. Cannot wait. Plant these in the Stagnant Oasis Fissure. Okay. Now, I have, at the same time, stolen silver. The Raptors have taken the silver. Okay. That makes sense. Raptors stealing silver. Got it. Man, Deviate Delight is what I remember coming here for all the time, to farm up Deviate Fish and sell Deviate Delight. Now there's a rare recipe that would be worth some serious cash right now. There's a school of Deviate Fish now. So we need to go down and ideally not pull the whole world. Looks like they've got it largely under control. Come down here and get to where we can breathe. Plant some seeds. Oh, come on, man. I was so close to having planted it. Not cool. Okay. Do I get a pearl? Do I get a pearl? I get clam meat. Lame. You want that pearl, man. You want that pearl. You played when it first came out, but you're yawning watching this. Yeah, I mean, it was boring back then. I mean, maybe it gets more exciting at a higher level for you. I don't know. I don't remember the level grind being the most fun part. I remember being at cap and enjoying things. Not having a mount sucks. In every game, earning that mount, that sense of accomplishment from getting that mount, that's something that just takes time. I don't even have Aspect of the Cheetah yet. Okay, we are looking for raptor nests. If nobody's going to join me in chat, I thought Brian was coming back pretty quick. We can go ahead and turn back up. Turn back up some sound. Live the dream here. Let me know if that's too loud. I know it was too loud with Discord chat earlier. Because Discord's been pretty quiet today. Feels like a lot of people have been quiet. I turned them off to 200%. And that's as loud as it goes. Okay, so we are looking for a raptor nest. And it just says it's somewhere around this oasis. Go to the Raptor Haven and search for the stolen silver. I don't remember exactly where that is. They have a large grouping of nests south of Ratchet called the Raptor Grounds. Oh, that could be a little further over. Okay. I didn't see any fungal spores. Did you guys? I was trying to keep an eye out for mushrooms. I did not see any. The problem is if we're not going to gather 4, there's really no use in finding 1. So, like, unless I'm going to start seeing them regularly, that quest is probably a waste of time. Free lock mount. I don't remember free lock mount. I was a druid, so travel form was pretty wonderful. Getting that first mount was not nearly as impressive since you had travel form. And once they added flying for travel form, like, mounts became less valuable across the board. They'd be valuable for an expansion launch, and then that was it. Okay. Some more prowlers. Looking for raptor nests. Might be over here. Hey, Kodo. Kodos are some of my favorite mounts. They're just so unique. I know the wolves are supposed to be my, like, iconic horde mount. It just, nah. I don't know. Wasn't the lock mount free? I don't know. I don't remember that. Rain Woman, thank you for following over on Mixer. We appreciate it. Said south of Ratchet. That, I feel like there's humanoids down here. So I feel like we're starting to get into the wrong area here. Yeah, this is all pirate stuff. Yeah, getting down into the pirate camps over here. I don't really have an interest in that. You may have killed the raptors, but the silver they stole must be recovered. I have reports that the raptors have a large grouping of nests south of Ratchet, known as Raptor Grounds. Maybe it's further south. Oh, you're thinking Paladin. Yeah, Paladins have, like, their little, like, charge type thing or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Getting attacked. I can turn on monkey. I'm just gonna get beat on. Oh, up in my defense skill though. Never a dull moment. Alright, Sunscale creature. Can you tell me where you live? Where does your family live, buddy? Tell me. Could be further south. All right. Lots of guilds recruiting right now. It would take a lot of people to have 10 gold already put together. Do any UI mods work? Yes. I don't know what all works, but I know there's already working add-ons. There were working add-ons back then, so I think a lot of people forget that there were add-ons in Classic. So, yep. Controller add-ons have always been a little finicky, so finding one that works for you is much more of a personal journey. So controllers specifically, that's a taller order. But just UI, much easier. Maybe this is raptor nests? Moving right along. North Watch Hold? This could be the raptor nests. It could also not be. Music changed. Raptor Grounds! Great news. We are looking for the silver. Stolen silver.
Yeah, man.
Okay, that was easy enough. Fungal spores still largely impossible. So where do these turn in? West of Crossroads, so back at that little bag area. Return to Tonga at Crossroads. And then in Crossroads. So this is a good chance to actually hearth. We're far enough that I think that that's worth the distance. To use my 1 hour. Okay. Hello, Gazrog.
What do you need?
That's a big upgrade.
Strength.
Okay. Now we can jump over to turning in the other one here. Ugh. Should be right out here. And then that'll be Tonga at the crossroads. So I missed that. We'll do this one first. And then I'm starting to kind of get to a point where, because I turned down some of those quest chains, it's going to start stalling out again. So I may need to jump over to Eastern Kingdoms and do all the non-named person quests over there as well. And then come back, because I think the next round of quests that they're going to give me are going to start getting real hard real fast. Start killing like 19s and stuff. Okay. Oh, free buff from somebody. That was nice. Yeah, I mean, the problem out here is that there's just too many people killing things. Even with layering, there's just too many people slammed into each layer. And we're all leveling around the same time. 5.5 is worse than mine. 7.1 is better than mine, and it grants an agility, which I believe is better than a strength. Cool. Okay. So that's done. Kolkar Leaders requires me to kill a named person. That's not going to happen. Just takes too long. Wasting 20 minutes with the amount of travel time and stuff everything takes. It just takes... You can't be spending 20 minutes to get a quest done. You gotta be on the move. So we'll run back and see if that's... if there's any more quests that they're ready to give. And if there's not... it might be time to go I don't know. Check the next zone, I guess. I guess we could fly over to Eastern Kingdoms and jump down to... I don't remember which zones are which. So Silverpine Forest might be nice. Hillsbrad Foothills might be in the 20s, I think. So that might be a little high. So I could probably blast through Silverpine. Kind of just wrecking things. Hey, Chibobo. I don't know what these books are for. Oh, for going to Undercity. So yeah, I could also turn that in while I'm there. So there should be another quest. It says at the crossroads. So there should be another quest here. Tonga. Tonga, Tonga, Tonga. Maybe further south? Ah, there it is. Oh, Manric! Where's your wife, man? Consumed by hatred. Kill bring 60 tusks. I can do that. Lost in battle. Find his wife.
For the horde.
I don't remember where Manric's wife is. Just that there's the joke. Where's Manric's wife?
What brings you here?
Because the quest doesn't tell you. Ding, ding, ding. Now I gotta go kill those turtles.
May the eternal sun shine.
Okay. So, let's do Snapjaws first. I'm pretty sure those two zones weren't on the map. What weren't on the map? The Goblin areas? I mean, the Goblin starting zone would have been on the map. I mean, remember in Current that Barrens has been split in north and south. This chasm here has been opened wide open here. So we're gonna go kill those turtles down at this. There's a bunch of them down at this oasis down here. And we will... And then the next ones are orange. So that's a little tougher. I mean, this zone goes all the way up to like level 24 or 26 or something. So I kind of want to just hold on to those and jump over to Eastern Kingdoms. And then if we get bored there, we can come back. The goal is level 20 tonight. That's the dream. 10 silver each stack for linen cloth. My god. It's cheaper on the auction house. Alright, ideally this stuff will give up here in a second. Otherwise I'm gonna die. Okay, those all gave up, and we are here. Yeah, exactly, Lumen. So, like, if I jump over to Eastern Kingdoms, that lets me stop by Undercity. Which is not a bad idea anyway. You are hungry, aren't you, buddy? I am hungry too. How convenient. Oasis Snapjaws. Now, keeping an eye out for fungal spores, but I'm pretty much ready to give up on that. Perfect. There's people greeting each other in chat. Oh, people are ridiculous. You were able to... Oh, if you were able to log in. That's true. That's true. It does make you wonder, like, if the community's already kind of thrilled about this, imagine if more people can get in. So, like, imagine as people that get bored, like, there's going to be a whole wave of people that want in. And ideally, some of the people who kind of stick around can form those relationships and all that. Alter Snapjaw shells are dropping fairly easy. There we go. Next. I mean, if you got the Deviant Delight recipe, like, the amount that people would pay for it is an amount of money that they don't even have yet. Only 13,000 left. My gosh. I wonder what Brian's at. I assume that's why he's not back from hanging out with his kids, is I assume that he's waiting for his queue to go down. So I assume he goes up to his office and checks his queue. And then if it's not back, he gives up. Absolutely nuts. It's interesting to think how many people subscribed for a month of Classic and aren't going to play much this month because, you know, they play at a time of day that people are already all on. Because the first 2 weeks are going to be nothing. I mean, this weekend's going to be crazy. I don't even know if I'll try to play this weekend. May just take the weekend off. Only 13.5 left. That is still so many people. I have no idea how many with layering the servers can even handle. Mushroom, 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 mushroom. Holy crap. Oh. My first mushroom. I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever see one. That was crazy. I haven't seen another one. That was my first one to even see. We can go and open those. So the clam meat stacks. Odds of a pearl are pretty small. You can have all sorts of random stuff in them at a really low % chance drop rate. I think. Altered Snapjaw shells are done. So at this point, we're just farming up the experience. It's not great. At 125 experience apiece, I would need a lot. Okay. So we'll head back, and don't I have another quest at the same time? Yeah. Bring back 60 bristleback boar things. We're not going to do that. And then I don't remember where Mandrake's wife is. Alright. Oh, I'll get a whole bunch of crap answers for asking in chat, but we'll see if maybe there's a good one. Maybe. Oh, somebody knew who we were. Let's see. That was nice. See if I can ask them why they came over. They're an undead warlock. And they came over to the Barrens. See if I can find out why they're not leveling there. In Thunder Bluff. And then in the Sepulchre in Silverpine. Okay. A solo person. Hello. Welcome back.
I shouldn't have logged out.
Yeah, it's like 8 hours.
Are you in a
No,
queue?
I'm in game. I never logged out.
Lucky.
I never logged out.
I made a
Logging out is
mistake.
for the weak.
Yeah, I'm weak.
Let that playtime pile up. Doesn't matter if you're... Because once you log out, that's it. You're giving up for the day. You are allowed to play maybe once a day. Maybe. And not even always then.
I was watching Asmongold freak out.
Yeah, how come?
No, he had this thing where he got like, I think he got kicked on launch day.
Oh.
And he ended up sleeping on the stream. He got like a mattress out and everything. Started sleeping on
Waiting
the
for
floor.
Q?
Yeah.
Wow.
You streaming?
Yeah, we're hanging out.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, just hanging out. Brian said he'd be back, but I think he said he was in queue, and so like I wonder if he's checking on his computer and he's just not getting in Discord because he can't play yet. Because he logged out.
Yeah.
Because he got in and then he logged out.
It says I got 282 minutes.
Wow.
As we go said, he wasn't expecting this to happen on day one, and I'm like, you for real? It's day one. It's gonna be the worst at day one, isn't it?
Alright. I need to talk to... Did I misread this? I could have swore they said go to... Did they not say go to Thunderbluff? You will find him in Thunderbluff on Elder Rise. Okay. Thank God. I was like, did I do something wrong? Because it says Wailing Caverns, but okay.
I'm guessing you're like 16 or 17.
Yeah, 16.
No.
All right. There we go. Elder Rise. Expert Enchanter. Okay, there should be some enchanting supplies then. So enchanting supplies is interesting because there we go. Oh, I don't have enough money. Should have been careful. Oh, there we go. Okay, I can buy one more. Perfect. Because those have been priced above that on the market so far. So, maybe it'll plummet below that. It'll be a mistake that I bought those. Tying up all my money in that.
I might as well just go off and then come back later, because I guess I got a bit of an advantage
Oh, I should go.
from being from the UK.
I
What?
should go buy a copper rod and enchant my stuff. Enchanting as I go is a good way to kind of make money. You finding people to buy enchants though, there's no vellums, so you have to actually like find them and do the enchant. Search org for Ragefire Chasm. I have to do Ragefire Chasm again? My God. Search Ragefire Chasm. Alright, well I did it once. I can do it again. Let's go through like level 18, so I can maybe go run that. So I'll go do Ragefire Chasm and then go on to Undercity. Hello. She's in the tent over yonder. Oh, okay. Man, those fires are loud. You must stop them. You must stop them. Bring the gems of Korban to Thunderbluff. Leaders of the Fang. That's gonna be a while. Okay, cool. That's gonna be like level 25 probably before I can really do that easily. Okay, so with that, let's run back. We can see if I have the money for a copper rod, and if I do, we'll go ahead and do a copper rod and get some enchanting going. I can enchant my bracers to increase my total health by 5. It's not a big spike.
That's a lot. But
And then I can increase
that's a lot.
I can increase my defense by 1. which total defense is 80. So it's not terrible. Copper rod. Oh, I have to make a ruined copper rod out of it. Enchant. I will do that. Yeah.
Chris. I'm actually, I was just checking in, seeing if everything was okay, but I'm gonna go again. But
Okay.
yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be here, waiting on Brian to come back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
Bye. Bracer. Oh, brighter. Oh, so I have to choose health or deflect. Okay, cool. So every time I get bracers, I'll keep those enchanted, and as I get train me. Oh, I can make a wand, and I can do minor health to chest. Okay. Let's do enchanting. Chest, minor health. Cool.
I've been expecting you.
Great. So we'll work on that slowly. Lesser magic wand. I assume those aren't going to be worth anything. But maybe. It's not terrible. Just you're relying on level 8 having money and not a wand. So we're going to go back to Org, and we're going to try to find an RFC group. We're going to run that dungeon again. Because now I have more quests to do there. Oh, getting some lag here. Cool. Let me go see if that pizza's here. While we fly. do a dungeon and then be done. Alright. But thank you. Alright. I'm back. We had a little mishap in the kitchen. I apologize, guys. Wow. We had a serious mishap. So, broken glass, a little bit of shenanigans. Everybody's okay. Apologize for being just totally gone. Let's get back to it. Any... in Thunder Bluff. I think it's 4 in total. Alright. Cool. Talking with the group. I'm a slow typer. I apologize. We made it. I am substantially out-leveling the minimum level for this, so hopefully that helps. Hopefully I'm not, like, massively pulling off everybody here. We have a 15, a 15, a 13, and a 14. Do we have a Warlock? They said they were gonna summon. I was like, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know Warlock got it that soon. I was like, oh, we have a Warlock, and they were like, well, no, I don't have Portal yet. We're just gonna use the Meeting Stone. Oh yeah, we don't have that. Welcome to Classic. Yes, you can quest share. That was around. You have to be really close, like proximity. It's a proximity thing. This pizza's so good. You're waiting on somebody who's in, like, Thunder Bluff. Oh, it's our healer. Well, that's unfortunate. Also the lowest level. This'll go well. Man, I cannot believe how good this pizza is. Pizza is so hit or miss. It's so local. Like, when we lived in DC, our Papa John's was like the best. And now we're back in DFW, like our current house, like our Domino's is on point. And at our last place, it was Pizza Hut. It's just so specific to like how good the employees that work there, like, I guess, give a crap about the pizza they make. Because it is definitely not all, it's not like, oh, I just love Papa John's. It's like, no, you can have bad Papa John's. Is the Warrior the only tank? Like in Classic? No. No, we have Druid tanks as well. And, Alliance have Paladin tanks. Yeah, you can feral tank. Just fine. Alright. Figure out how to do this. Alright. We should be wrecking this. That group that I did earlier, I feel like we were mostly like 13s. How many times do we walk back, guys? Once? Twice when I did it earlier? I don't know if any of you were here. Druid tank's fine for this. It's fine. They get enough of an armor buff. At this low level, you have so little difference between the tanks. Like, nobody has anything. I mean, they were pointing the Burning Crusade where I could tank dungeons with my pet. It wasn't preferred, but I could get it done. So if like our tank went AFK, we'd just clear poles. I can't see it. Man, we are tearing this up. The higher level stuff, man. I think you stop getting experience at level 18, though, from some of this stuff. Because you'll be 5 levels or more. I mean, a warrior tank would be preferable for all this, but if all you have is a druid tank, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean, it's not like BFA where a druid tank's, like, overpowered, or, like, Legion, where I can literally, like, pull, you know, all my dailies in one pull by myself and mow it down. Okay. I got my tank in one of them. You better run, boy. We can't res you. Oh, he's here. Okay. It should get much easier. If I'm quiet, I'm eating dinner. Been getting hungry for a while. Every time Chabobo got fed, I was like, oh gosh, where's that pizza? My wife texted me, I got the text like a little bit ago. She said you'd been waiting. She was trying not to interrupt. So I had no idea it was here. I didn't even hear him come in. I don't know how much of this we have to pull. We can pull all of it. It's just kills, right? There's a patrol here that got my first group. All right. Oh, should target. What's up, Carter? Final Fantasy get a new skin. Is it tagged at, does the title say Final Fantasy? It should say WoW. I was teaching Brian to play, but he logged off and he's waiting in queue to get back on. So, I assume he'd be getting on at some point. At the very least, it should be community game night. Looks like Jaren might have gotten in, at least in chat.
Yeah, I'm on a different server. I just gave up on that one.
Alright.
You're running Alliance on, can't remember what the name of the server is. But it was one that was almost full. Had like 6 people waiting.
Oh, nice.
Like, this would be my backup.
Yeah.
Server. My Alliance server.
Yeah, I have some friends I played Legion with that are over on Paggle, or Alliance. As in Nat Paggle.
Already level 15, eh?
16.
16, dang.
Moving right along, man.
Stop searching the body, kill this guy.
There's people at like level 31 already, so.
Yeah.
Alright. I was eating some Dominoes.
Good choice.
I'm really glad we have a good Domino's, man. The last place we lived, our Domino's was garbage. It's the sloppiest pizza I've ever had in my whole life.
Well, you probably got you kind of spoiled by me.
Well, yeah. But like, I'll ask for things like light cheese, and they'll just have like an inch of cheese on there, or like, and then the next time I'll ask, like, Claire asks for light cheese and I'll ask for light cheese, and one of them will have like an inch of cheese, and the other will have like 3 shreds of cheese.
Cheese.
It's like, what the hell? There's no consistency. You have no idea what you're getting. All the toppings will be on, all the meat will be on one side, all the veggies will be on another. They just doing whatever they wanted, man. What's Carter? It's going good. I did Rage Sarcasm once earlier, and I had the 2 quests. Everybody was like, "Hey, you got the quest, you got the quest," and then they shared them, and we all went on our way. Then I'm off questing, knocking out Barons, and it's like, "Hey, have you been to Urgamar to do Rage Sarcasm? Because here's 2 quests." And I was like, "Oh, come on." So I'm back to do the other 2. So the people in this group are lucky. They I shared these 2 with them. They were like, "There's 2 more?" And it's like, "Yes, there are 2 more." do you spell umlaut?
Umlaut? Like the German character? Not sure.
Yeah. Great. I just got Lost Satchel. Return the Lost Satchel. Take to Thunder Bluff. Beautiful.
That's fine.
Oh, I need to feed my pet some more. Are you playing the same class on both servers, or are you changing it up when you roll on your backup? Yeah.
Talking to me. I'm running Pally on.
Ah, taking advantage of the alliance. There you go.
Might as well play something
Sure.
different.
What race?
Human.
Ah, you enjoying Goldshire?
Yeah. Killing wolves like crazy.
Yeah. That's
Bunch of rats.
that's way different than pigs. It's like totally different. It's a completely different experience.
Just prettier. Nah.
Maybe, but you don't get to do 1,000 Needles,
I get to do hood rat shit. Yeah, it's true.
where you're like helping goblins like piece together parts they find in a desert into drag races.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and we lost that in retail. As soon as Cataclysm hit, that all got covered in water. I mean, they tried to make it fun,
really?
but that whole area got flooded. There's a bunch of goblins on like
That's a bummer.
big boats.
What was
Dude, I hit this stuff so
played that Coon's Age.
hard. Oh my gosh.
I think the last expansion I actually played was when they introduced Death Knights.
Lich King? Oh man,
Yeah.
it has been a minute for you.
It's been a while.
Lich King's a while.
I played a little bit of Pandaria. I came back for a little bit for Pandaria, but
I was in
yeah, I wasn't as into
I was
it.
in undergrad for Lich King.
I can't remember.
I
who it
was still living
I got
in-
a beta for that. That's I remember. That's why I
For
remember.
Lich King, I was still living in the I was living in the dorms.
Were you? I thought you were at the 23rd or 22nd.
Maybe for the end of it, but for launch I was in the dorms.
Huh.
Cause I remember trying to get server first from the dorms, power leveling like a fiend down in the lobby, because we had the best. That was where the best Wi-Fi was.
That's true. That's right. Because I was living with Ray Ray at the time. So you guys didn't know. That's. I can't remember who it was of his, but it was a buddy of his, and they knew someone. And we got betas for it. And it was fun, I guess.
I loved
Yeah.
Lich King.
Played regular. Lich King was good.
I loved Lich King. Lich King was the best MMO experience that I had up until Shadowbringers this June.
Oh, really?
It's the first time something's competed with it. I don't know off, like, I couldn't tell you which is best. It's the first time, like, that's what I'd have to compare it to. Nothing since has been as good. I mean, Kata was fine. I enjoyed Kata, but it didn't have the same appeal that Lich King did. Oh, Brian has come online. Does that mean that he's in the queue? Or did he give up and...
Did Brian actually get in?
I don't know.
Did he win?
Well, he's been in queue for hours. In theory, I'm supposed to be teaching him to play WoW tonight. That was the plan. That was plan A.
It's tricky Ricky that way.
Instead, I'm sitting here hoping to God I can make it to level 20 tonight. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm probably going to wimp out. I think I'm probably going to finish this dungeon, make it to Undercity, and take a breather. So, I think it'll probably give me a 17. So not terrible. All right. Dude, we have the, speaking of pizza, we have this really good new pizza place a couple miles from the house. Oh, it's fantastic. It's like Napoleon, the Neapolitan style or whatever. That kind of brick oven. Oh, my God.
What's it called?
I don't remember. Some lame name. Some like Pizza Franks or Pizza Napoli or Pizza. I don't know. Some.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
some lame. Yeah, just perfectly plain name. Or Napoli Pizzeria, or you know, Giorgio's Pizza, or I don't know. Something really plain. But it's good. It's real good.
That's good.
It's got a plain sign. It's got a plain building. Incredible pizza.
That's good.
Which is really all I want from them.
You guys ever go
I don't
back
need a
down
fancy name or a fancy sign.
Yeah.
Guys.
Got a couple of new pizza places that open up around here.
Little.
One actually serves Chicago deep dish right next to Craft House.
Oh, nice. Let's do this.
But we don't really order pizza that often. So let's face it. If you worked at a pizza place for a while, it's not the most appetizing sounding thing.
I mean, my buddy Matt works for Pizza Hut corporate, and he eats pizza in the food science stuff. And
Well, it's 'cause he
eats
still
pizza
works at
like
pizza
he
place.
eats pizza every day. And when he's like, I eat pizza at least once a week at home, just never Pizza Hut pizza. He works for Pizza Hut. He's like, never Pizza Hut pizza.
Yeah.
He's like, I love pizza, just not. He's like, I don't want Pizza Hut pizza at home because I have to eat it at work as part of
Yeah,
like
don't blame
testing it. Because when they get like new sauces and stuff, that's all him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's do this. Come on, guys. Let's kill the hungerer.
Waste all my silver.
Dude, I got 2 8-slot bags now. I know. And a 6-slot bag. And an 8-slot quiver.
I'm not cool enough for
Huh?
bags yet. Nice. Yeah, I have no bags yet.
Figured I'd...
Just the basic.
I mean, I'll replace that 6-slot at some point. Those are not better than mine. Looting it will bind it to you. That's fine. Alright. Who all do we... Oh. Did somebody level? I didn't see anybody level. Maybe somebody did. Alright. I'm ready. Let's do this. This is a big pull here, guys. This is the big one. So before I get too far, I should be used to having more control of my pet. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now, since it's been a long time, is I'm shifting my pet to the primary target, but that's about it. So I have this, so I have attack bound, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not returning it or anything. Those are not better than mine. That might be. That most definitely is. Oh, I need that cape. I need that cape bad. Give me the cape. Give me the cape. Now, I remember playing Hunter in TBC that a lot of my pet stuff was like it nested in macros, so that when I was doing certain behaviors, my pet was logically responding, and then I had specific commands for when the pet needed to override that behavior. I just don't remember what all those things were. So that's going to take some practice. Here we go. But I think a lot of those things were bound to like more opener spells that like I already don't have. Come here. This is gonna get nasty possibly. Guys, it's too close or it's not. I'm having trouble keeping it in. Oh, tank's down. Let's get that. I'm out of mana. Stop. Dude, you are killing me. Alright, it's down. It had slow on it. Pet's dead. And boom. Oh. Good show, guys. That is... I don't think that's better. Oh, I don't remember stat priority. I feel like it was agility. Stack agility. Sure, I can like mouse over and see that. This on the other hand was a huge upgrade. Big money, big money. Okay. Let's drink some water. Or just stand there. Cool. Who? What? What? Did I let somebody die? I was reading. I could try linking the pet to the mouse wheel. I do remember as a hunter having a fancier mouse than I had now. I haven't found Manric's wife. I've got the quest for it. Dwarves. I don't remember where it is. Just that it's a joke that nobody can find it because the quest is like... Let's see what the quest says exactly. I haven't done it yet. It's orange. Find Manric's wife. And it's like, please find a son of my wife. You know, like... That's it. It's super big. Okay. What's going on, Mira? How's your evening going? All right. Feed this lovely guy. Oh man, I am getting loaded up on the, I can at least destroy that. It's mail. I don't need it. Okay. Is this guy running back? Slow and steady here. Yeah, they're moving. Okay. wonder if I can solo this 14. Probably, right? I'm 2 levels above it. Should be fine. Quest items go up there. Okay, that's all trash. I wish I had Feign Death. She's a myth. I just remember it's this joke. So, like, somebody said it in a YouTube video a while back, and, like, Brian made some reference to WoW, and somebody goes, yeah, but what about Manric's wife? And he's like, they're like, oh, I can't seem to find Manric's wife. Can you help me? And he's like, what quest is that? And, like, I was like, oh, Brian, no. They're 100% trolling you. And the problem is, then you ask about the Manric's wife quest, and, like, all you get is troll answers. It's like, yeah, but I'm serious, though. Alright. We're all back. Ready. I mean, we're missing a healer, but... Sure. Cool. Oh, it was you? It's happened before. It's not the first time, but it is the first time since he started talking about WoW regularly. So I had to text him, and I was like, "Oh, that's a WoW thing, man." Okay, so we're gonna take this guy out first. My pet should survive long enough to kill that thing. That's much better. That was a much better pull. There's some multi-shot in that. We'll be game on. Give me a gun. I don't know why I like guns better than bows. Probably because I was a TBC player and I could have like corium rifles and stuff. I don't know what I want as a... What is Rocklar and Locklar? I remember helping my brother with that quest, because he was a hunter in vanilla. And he switched to mage, I think is the order of things. I think he was mage later. And my other brother was warrior in vanilla, and switched to warlock in the Burning Crusade. Does the Baron's chat exist? Oh, it's as trolly as ever. It's full of Chuck Norris jokes like they opened a time capsule. It has not aged a day in maturity or in content. I'm sure the people on the other side of the keyboards are much older, but that's about it. Oh, cool. Another shield. I think I saw this exact shield last time. Oh, my pet is not liking that. Nope. Greed. Ooh, buddy. That nearly killed my pet. Have a haunch of meat, buddy. Good for you. Way to stick it out. That was intense. That is a solid example of a Chuck Norris joke. What are we doing? Where are we going? What? Did we go the wrong way? Okay. I will follow. I have no idea where we're going. Oh, we came up over that ridge last time. Man, I do not remember this. And then you can drop down on the boss, I think? Or fight up to the boss? I don't remember. Am I going to change my UI? Yeah, I'll do add-ons and stuff. I'm going to try playing pretty natural through probably like level 20 or 30. Just to really get a nice feel for what Classic was. And then start building in add-ons from there. Which is about how I think that's how I remember doing it the first time. So I didn't start using add-ons until I think I was north of 40. I think I already had them out when I first discovered the add-on world, and then I slowly dived deeper and deeper until by the Burning Crusade there was nothing authentic about my experience. I tricked that thing out to the 9s. You're level 15 Orc Warlock. We're basically tied. Okay. Okay. He's not really letting my pet taunt off anymore. I assumed that was something he was doing as another act of survival because my pet's over-leveled for the content. Little cat of off-tankiness who doesn't mind dying. I'm gonna need to switch to milk at least soon. Hello, hello.
How you doing, Chris?
Doing good. Doing good. I thought I was gonna make it to 20 today. The leveling's just slow. All the zones are packed, so it's hard to get tags on things.
I'm surprised. I'm assuming you're talking about
Oh,
WoW
yes.
Classic. I'm surprised you even got in.
I have been fairly lucky.
I'm about to say, it's like, how'd you even get past the dreaded cube? Where's my thunder effect? Nowhere?
I have been fairly lucky. I've been lucky. I got in on launch too. But I think what helps is that I played WoW before, so like I was in the character select screen, already past the login, where it said like 3 hours to launch. I was in that 2 hours before the game launched, and I just kept it from timing out. So I just kept coming in and tabbing through the characters like every 5 minutes. So then when the game launched, I was sitting there waiting with like 3 minutes to go, clicking it nonstop, so that if their clocks are faster than mine, it's like I got in, but it was also the result of like 2 hours of a relatively disciplined approach.
Did you do it? Yes. And what did it cost? Everything. It's just like, oh my god.
Just like I tossed myself into queue after server reset today. And the Twitter account said servers were going to be out long before the launcher did. So like, just use all the information at your disposal.
It's like, I still find it funny how they had so much time to prepare for this onslaught of people, and here's the server infrastructure being about as stable as a box of dry noodles.
Servers haven't really gone down much. The wait times are long, and that's intentional.
That's
yeah,
what
but
I'm
Ian
talking about.
Hanacosta
Like,
said that's
wait time is
intentional.
just
He
like-
said that's a design choice. It's 100% intentional.
Oh yeah, make this game that literally.
That is, it
be
is not
like
about.
your main game and
No,
one can
it
get
is not
in.
about this week. That is not why he's doing this. People are looking at the problem in front of them, not the problem 2 months down the line when 90% of these people quit. So you spin up 900 servers so that everybody doesn't have a wait on day one today, and then 3 months from now people are pissed because there's no community and there's no one to play with because you're all on servers that only have 6 players remaining. He's doing this to protect the future of WoW Classic, not the launch. quite logical. How often do I disconnect? I've only disconnected once since launch. And I was immediately allowed back in. Because if you disconnect and you log back in quick enough, your spot is saved. You don't get kicked to the end of the line. So people saying they're getting kicked to the end of the line are not trying to log back in fast enough. I'm not saying something couldn't have gone wrong and there couldn't be the outlier case, but a disconnect with a reboot of the client, you should be right back in. As a matter of fact, I wanted to switch from my Mac client to my PC client, and the way I did it is I booted up the client on my PC, and I logged in, which auto-kicks my Mac client and immediately logs in right over the top of it so I don't give up my spot. I've switched clients multiple times, which is a log-out, log-in experience, but I haven't been kicked doing it. So, because you just boot up the one client and it'll kick you off. The new client wins. So, if I log into my Mac client right now, it will kick me off of this PC client. You have 30 minutes? Okay, yeah. So people saying they're not getting back in, they're not, like... I'm not saying they can't be right, but I'm saying there's something very different about that story than what I've experienced. And very different than what my understanding of all the rules are. They also have layering active, which is a form of simplified sharding. So the servers have allowed more than maximum capacity in. They just haven't allowed everybody in. And that allows the server to put more people in one zone than would otherwise be allowed. So that the server can hit capacity, but everybody's sitting in, you know, Mulgar, Duratar, Goldshire. Like, everybody's in the same 4 zones right now. And that won't be the case the whole time. After everybody's at cap, people will be more spread out.
It will be for hours to get one level.
So,
I've seen that curve.
it's been rough.
My goodness.
It's been rough.
I'm
getting less than a level an hour.
I once saw this video that was Classic versus BFA, and this guy made sure to get every detail he possibly could between the two, especially the experience curve, and especially just the changes to like difficulty in some places.
I don't know how many servers WoW's had at max. I know they don't like doing server merges, so they don't like creating a server unless they know that population's going to be there long term.
I was just more talking about the enemies.
Well, somebody was
Like
asking how many
some
servers.
areas, some enemies that used to be aggressive became docile.
Oh yeah.
So essentially, it's just like it didn't really encourage group play with people.
All right. So I finished this. Oh, it's 9:30 here, so I think I need to go turn this quest in. Start getting that to a wrapped up state in Thunderbluff, in Undercity. Do I have a Hearthstone?
What did you start off as?
Hunter.
Anyway?
Oh, I started as Druid back in the day, but I'm starting as Hunter this time.
Well, what race?
I'm a Troll.
Okay.
But I had to go clear parts of Mulgore because of the number of quests that were not viable within Duratar. So, like, for new players, they're just frustrated with this leveling experience, but I'm like, well, I know where there's another level that has quests this level. Like, I know where there's another area, so I'll just go there. Like, it's not, you know? And, like, I'm at a point where I'm running out of things to do in Barrens because I'm dropping quests that are unreasonable. And so I may have to jump over to Silverpine, which is fine. You know?
Oh man, more bots. Fun. Oh, and it just disappeared in the ground. I'm leveling up my EU character on 14. Let's see.
All right. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, more. The linen is really piling up. The problem is linen doesn't have any value right now because A, nobody has money. B, nobody's leveling crafters. And C, linen is the only cloth the entire server is finding right now. So if I can find a way to stockpile it, it might be worth more later, but it stacks in 20s instead of 200s. So it's just this nightmare to keep.
Yeah, I've been selling mine right now.
On the auction house?
No, just selling it.
Oh my god. Just screw it. You could at least be power level in first aid first. Use the bandages.
Yeah. I haven't gotten anything yet, though. I'm only like level 6 in this guy. I haven't gotten
Oh.
any of that yet.
First aid, first aid, first aid. My first aid is level 27 because that is all the bandages I have needed.
Nice.
Which means I don't have heavy bandages unlocked. So at some point here I'll make a push to heavy and just dump the crappy ones.
Makes sense.
Yeah, first aid kind of lost its value as other professions like pots and as healers got more flexibility. I remember it being a big deal in PvP too. Let's see. Maybe it's just in my head. Now I assume that I just go back to where I got this quest from. That seems logical. Oh, look at these people selling off all their enchanting. Now that's a grind because there's no enchanting vellums. So I used to make a ton of money on enchanting back in the day, but that required that I sat on top of the friggin' Orgrimmar bank, friggin' shouting in trade chat that I would enchant things for money. And the only way that I really found to make money on my server was that I controlled all the materials for the enchants I was looking to sell. And so I knew no other enchanter could undercut me because they'd be like, well, I'll just go buy the materials and have some enchanter do it for free. And it's like, that's not cheaper than me. Like... Alright. So we got some new bracers. So we'll equip those. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got bracers. Guess who's getting health? Dun 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 dun. Hooray! And then... that's the first quest. Undercity, Mirror Rune Totem in Sepulchre. Okay. So that's all Undercity. So now I need to jump to Undercity. Is there a... so Thunder Bluff has... I don't have to fly. There's a is there a Zeppelin here? In Thunder Bluff? I thought there was a Zeppelin in Thunder Bluff. I could be totally making that up. It has been so long. What are my options as far as how to get to Undercity from here? I'd like to level one more time. Log out at level 17. That would be ideal. What do you want? Horde Cloth Quartermaster. A donation of wool. How the hell am I supposed to get 60 wool? Why don't you screw yourself? 60 wool. Fly to orb? Okay. And is the Zeppelin where the Zeppelin is in retail? So do I take the Sky Tower up and cross over?
Greetings.
Sorg.
Goodbye.
Oh, that's a cheap flight. 50 copper. I'll take it. A transport is there. Okay. Neat. If I don't make it 17 off turning this quest in, that's fine. So this will land me in the Sky Tower, so I should just be able to cross right over. Does the Lesser Magic Wand drop a Lesser Magic Essence if disenchanted? Like, can I just make these and disenchant them eternally? That seems like an easy way to level enchanting early on. Gotta love flying over Baron's chat. It's like just a brief... It's like walking in on a conversation that you just have so many questions. There we go. Oh, you're on. It's just too many answers.
Have you up the graphics at all, or you just keeping it on classic?
I've been going back and forth, as people kind of ask. Is this all, how good the game looks? And I'm like, no, I can turn it way up. And then I turn it up, and people are like, I don't remember it looking this good. And I turn it back down. So I've just been going back and forth as people ask.
Yeah.
I don't remember it looking this good. I was wondering when I saw you do it last night. It was like level 3. I was like, oh, let me do that. And I swiped it over. I was like, oh, it looks way better.
Oh, they said the queue for Paggle was only 6,000, and so when they opened up another layer, it immediately let everybody in. Alright. So I'm here. Sky Tower. So I thought that you ran to get the Zeppelin. I don't know where it is. Oh, Zeppelin might be outside. Zeppelin might be out in Durotar. It might be over here, right? No, that's not right. Where's the Zeppelin? I have no idea. Is it me? Is it me, or did it respond right drop? You may need to ask a guard where to go. Oh, that's a good point. Fair enough. Zeppelin Master. I don't remember what he said. I wasn't paying attention. On top of the tower. Great.
Go for.
They just said on top of the tower, and then gave me an arrow. So let's hope that that arrow is good enough. I just don't remember this. I mean, current retail doesn't even have a Zeppelin to Undercity anymore. BFA got rid of that. Respawn rate? Oh, the respawn rate? Like in game? I don't know. I mean, I'm not near anything that needs to die. Okay, here we go. Oh, somebody said that we're now over 20k. So, if I log out now, if I were to let it tag out and then log back in, it could be 8 in the morning. Basically, like at the rate it's going. Like, I mean, I could probably set my alarm in the morning naturally.
At some point, people are gonna go to bed, but...
Right, and as people log off, it'll suddenly plummet. Oh, there's a Zeppelin. Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Wait! Wait for me! I don't have a ticket. But I'm coming. I'm coming. I have no aspect of the cheetah, or mount, or ability to cover ground faster than this. I'm going, I'm going, I'm going, I'm going, I'm going. It's gonna be gone when I get up there. That is unfortunate timing. Oh, 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 oh. Yes!
Murlocs, there you guys are.
I think this is Undercity.
I've missed you, Murlocs, and your stupid words. Your stupid sound.
This is Undercity, right? Because Stranglethorn Vale was a vote back then? I assume this is Undercity. There's not a guy talking to me saying otherwise. Steam Weedle Bruiser. Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. Is this the wrong one? I hope I didn't just get on the wrong friggin' Zeppelin. Hello? Is anybody gonna tell me where I'm headed? Man, these things are not labeled. There's no staff members on this? I'm just alone on a boat? Oh, man. I could have made an enormous mistake, guys. I could very easily be on the way to Stranglethorn Vale. It's not labeled, is it? There's no way to tell. Oh, I'm on my way to Stranglethorn. Come on,
You
man.
always look at the map.
Oh, I was excited that and the other one was pulling in. Okay, is there one from Stranglethorn to Undercity? We just might have a brief layover here in the Vale. Ryan just never came back. He said, no, wait for me. Oh, come on, man. Anybody ever had that moment in an airport? Your flight lands and the other one just couldn't wait the extra 40 seconds?
Oh, I know.
Oh, it just bailed. Oh.
Flight lands, you're about to take off, and then all of a sudden one just goes straight ahead of you.
Yeah. Is that not where that one goes? What was that one right there?
What's up? Keep it real.
I mean, we still don't know if we want Classic. The initial demand is there, but the question is, will it be there? I can take this one back, if that one doesn't... I thought that one over there was going to take me there. Let's go try that one. Let's live a little. How'd you spend the last hour online tonight, Chris? Riding Zeppelins. How's your leveling experience going?
Do they run on like a...
No.
Do they run on like an actual schedule, or like...
They're on like a timer, so they're as efficient as like a model train set. I don't know that they're like synchronized with each other as much as just like they sit for a set amount of time and
They're
take
not
off.
really scheduled.
Sound like a metro.
It's like one leaves, the other one comes like about a minute or two later, I think. I don't know.
We're gonna try this one, guys.
So essentially, it's like the trolleys in Toontown.
If you want to
Right?
think of it like that, then that's a pretty good way of putting it.
Okay.
That's one way to do it.
Alright, here we go. Come on, Zeppelin. Thank you so... You're looking for the Zeppelin to Undercity, am I right? Well, that's great, because it docks right here behind me. Awesome. Thank you.
Glad I could help.
You know what was really cool? Is when, at some point, they put, like, little banners here that showed where you were freaking headed. And they had, like, an Undercity emissary. So, like, the guy said Undercity emissary. And then over there, it said, like, and there were goblins. And it had, like, Stranglethorn banners. And you're like, oh, okay. I know where I'm headed. I got you. But it's okay. It's okay. Just hanging out. I definitely don't want to be here. There's some real high-level stuff here. Some bad news. Level 16 would be an unfortunate way to enter the Vale. It is like a zone that has no players in it, though. Like if I say /who? Stranglethorn Vale? Just me? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because there is nobody high enough level in the world to be in Stranglethorn Vale. But I am.
There you go.
World first, guys. World first.
Hashtag first that bad boy.
You know, STV is known for ganking. There will be no ganking right now. It'll just me getting wiped by gorillas and tigers. Nat Pagel will be like, dude, I hunt things as weak as you. Oh, I could tame a tiger and get that dash. It's been so frustrating to have a cat that doesn't have dash. Because, like, I run into battle and it's just running next to me, and I'm like, no, run ahead of me, and it's like, I'm not faster than you. You're an adult troll, and I'm a cat. What makes you think I'd be faster than you, even though a house cat's probably faster than you? Alright. I feel like also there was, like, a goblin down here that would be like, yeah, back in my day at Undercity, and you're like, oh, I'm on the wrong one, and you can jump off. I feel like there's a lot of little things they may have done as they learned that unmarked transports was a poor way to facilitate travel. Oh.
Everyone on board the airship, on board the airship. We're going somewhere. Where are we going? I can't tell you that. What do you mean get over it? Just get in.
It's like the goblins from Hotel Transylvania.
It's okay. We will dance. I think it's Alt-Z. To hide my UI. Enjoy. Off we go, guys. Possibly to Undercity. Breakdancing on a Zeppelin. Yes. I remember the dances being more impressive. It's possible that other games have come out with better dances since then.
Didn't they update the dances at one point during?
I
Will's
would
life
think
cycle?
so, since this guy has like one move he does like every 9 minutes. And other than that, just kind of... Oh, I did a cartwheel. That was big. That was big. This is... I remember this being like one of my favorite things. And now... They are so much better now in games. Oh, look at me. On one hand as we port our way across the world here. Oh. I'm not on the map yet. There we are. Look at this, riding it backwards, like a boss. Okay. So, Brightwater Lake. Now, I don't think I can survive the jump off this. I remember that being more of a feral druid type moment. That reduced fall damage. I'll tell you where they're not. Safe. Yeah. Oh, I think I can make that. Can I make that? Let's maybe not try. I don't really want to find out where the Terrestrial Grade's graveyard was. I mean, it doesn't look that far. Alright. Yeah, or Slowfall Mage. I mean, eventually with Engineer, I think I get some stuff. But I'm not sure. I have trouble getting all the engineering stuff mixed up, since my exposure to engineering was all later, and so I don't really know what was vanilla recipes and what was added. Okay. We are almost into the Undercity. The ruins of Lordaeron. This is it, guys. This is all of its glory. You gotta have engineering as a hunter. You gotta be able to make your own ammo. That's basic. So your choices are basically mining and engineering, or engineering and something that can be self-sustaining. So I've always enjoyed engineering and enchanting, because every main I've ever had has had enchanting. It's just a thing I like. Oh. Hey guys. I'm gonna wait here on this elevator. Alright. Elevator's here. Whoa! Alright. Welcome to Undercity, the real Undercity. For those of you that never played WoW and have been simply watching, it's basically a center ring and then an outer ring. The bank is in the middle. So we'll go ahead and stop here. And drop off all this tastiness. And then I need to turn in to the Nether. From the Nether to Varithmoros in Undercity. Well, how do I know where Varithmoros is? I didn't get this quest from you. It was shared with me. So way to label that. Cool. Well, we will run around and look for a yellow dot. So these are where your auction houses are. So the yellow dot should spawn when we get it reasonably within range. It could be any number of places. And we will hope that a single lap does not let us down. Scanning leatherworking until you can craft your pre-rest and then switch to mining engineering. Yeah, I mean, logical switching. Skinning's pretty good. Leatherworking's really helpful for leveling gear as a hunter. What do you want? That's better than mine. Bring the book at the Okay. Apothecarium. I'm at the Apothecarium. The Book of Ur. Well, I have somebody else that asked for a book. Is that a good sign that I'm in the right area? Let's hope for a yellow dot here. We're looking for a yellow dot to turn this in. It's the last thing we have to do. Oh, I misclicked. It could be out here. This area never shows up. It's always hard to find. Man, I could sure use Aspect of the Cheetah. Can undead become hunters? Because if not, there is not a hunter trainer on this side of the world. There's our yellow dot. Okay. Solid guess. Hey. Hello, little demon prince. How are you? Your wings are looking very clean today. The power to destroy. Int and stamina doesn't help me. Now we're talking. That's a big push. Ding, ding, ding. 17. And a strange dust to boot. Cool. So, next we need to... We're resting the whole time, so we're going to go run to a flight master. Because the last thing you want to do before you log out is forget to get a flight master from somewhere. That would be a bad choice. And then while I'm here, I should set my inn here, just in case I forget to set it in Sepulchre, because I think we're going to be questing in Sepulchre for a bit. So I don't want it to be in Crossroads, in case like I forget. I'd rather be in Undercity. Because this has been a real pain to get to. Obviously, I wouldn't have to take 2 Zeppelins every time. That was a choice. Does this hurt me? No, it doesn't. I know it didn't hurt me later, but I didn't know if that was something they removed. Because it seems like that would hurt me. Okay, to the Flight Master. Selling linen bag, 10 silver. My god. It's 5 silver from a vendor. That's the excessive price. Alright, here's the innkeeper. Make this your home. Undercity's your home. Got outbid on those things that I put in those ridiculous low bids. Alright, there's our flight master. And guys, that's it for me. I'm going to give up my spot on the server. Let somebody else in on Herod. Thank you so much for hanging out today.
You're kind of generous, man.
I got to level 17. I'm gonna give up my 1 spot to the 20,000 plus waiting. And thank you guys. Hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. And maybe I'll be playing tomorrow. That's really not up to me. Lumen, thank you for the care package. All right.